Guys, Chris here from cnboxing.co.uk. I'm sorry it's been a while, but it's Friday, which can only mean one thing. It's time for another weekly news report. And we start this week with the news that Anthony Joshua would be interested in a rematch with Dillan Whye. He said that the two seems to be on somewhat of a collision course, and of course Whyte is in action this weekend against Lucifer in defence of his WBC silver title. In response to AJ saying that he'd be interested in a rematch, Whyte has responded by saying, how about having the rematch under UFC rules? Now, I don't know about you, but their first fight was amazing. It was a much better fight than anybody had anticipated. As Whyte was the first man to take Joshua past the third round, and the first man to catch Joshua clean on the chin and rock him. So that fight proved to the world that Joshua could indeed take a punch. But having the fight under UFC rules, I don't think it would work as well. I think both men, for the time being at least, should just stick to what they're good at. Staying with Dillan Whye, as we know, he's in action this weekend, defending his WBC silver title against Lucius Brown. Now, I've got a small problem with this fight. Nobody's talking about Dillian Whye in the same breath as any of the other high-ranking heavyweights. So the likes of AJ, Parker, Wilder, and even Tyson Fury. But if it wasn't for the fact that the heavyweight division is quite popular at the moment, why, if he comes through on Saturday night, would be first in line for a shot at Deontay Wilder's title. But I can't see that happening, because the whole world wants to see Wilder versus Joshua. And don't get me wrong, I'm a boxing fan. I want to see Wilder versus Joshua, but I think it's only fair if Whyte comes through on Saturday night that he gets the shot at Wilder before Joshua. In other news, David Allen has said that Leroy Thomas should fulfill his offer of a third fight with him instead of looking to face Joe Joyce and defend his Commonwealth title. You may remember that the pair met in a rematch earlier this month that ended in disappointing fashion after an accidental clash of heads caused a really bad cut on David Allen's eye, which forced the fight to be stopped by the doctor, and ending the fight in a technical draw. And yeah, it's 1-0 in the series with one draw. But the one fight that Thomas did win, he won it in somewhat controversial fashion, with many people at ringside, myself included, having Allen actually winning the fight. So yeah, I would love to see the third fight between the pair to finally put the issue to bed. But I can understand why Thomas is looking at other options, because we don't know how long Allen is going to be out of the ring for, because the cut over his eye looked quite a bad one. So I can understand why he's looking at other options. we'll have to wait and see. But I think the third fight will happen at some point. In other news, Jamie Cox is looking to kickstart his career again on the undercard this Saturday. Now you may remember that Jamie Cox was in fact entered into the Super 6, but he lost at the quarterfinals to now finalist George Groves, and he said that he wants to get his career back on track on Saturday night on the undercard at the O2. Also on the undercard, we have a British title fight between the defending champion Frank Bugliani and Callum Johnson. Now, Johnson's trainer Joe Gallagher has said that it's now or never for Johnson, calling this fight make or break. Now, this fight could be a really good one, because there's no question that Bugliani is the more experienced of the two. He may even be the better all-round technical boxer. However, he does have this tendency of keeping his hands low or dropping them completely, and walking in straight lines, which means he can sometimes be easy to hit, which is why I think this fight could be so entertaining to watch, because there's no doubt that Johnson carries power. I have of course done a fight night preview, and I will put that in the description along with this week's blog post about Dillan Whye. In other news, the much anticipated fight between Billy Joe Saunders and Martin Murray has had for Saunders' WBO world title has had to be postponed due to Billy Joe Saunders being injured. The fight was originally scheduled to take place on the 14th of April at the O2. The fight has now been rescheduled to the 23rd of June, again back at the O2. And of course, it wouldn't be a weekly usual unless I mentioned this guy. Tyson Fury has been in the news this week with somewhat a comical statement. He says that he targeted Joe Louis's record of 25 consecutive world title defenses. Now, okay, if that was one of the champions saying it, so if it was Joshua, Wilder, Parker, I might actually be paying some attention to it. But Fury hasn't fought since he beat Klitschko. Yes, okay, he's had his troubles outside the ring. Yes, he's got his boxing license back, and he's looking for a comeback fight at some point this year. And it's a well-known that AJ wants to fight him, but to be honest, I think that's just to shut him up. But in order to do what he's saying he wants to do, he needs to win a world title. I think he sort of skipped that part. But back when Joe Louis set that record, the heavyweight division wasn't as popular as it is now. And I'm not just talking about your established heavyweights, so your AJs, your Whytes, your Parkers, etc. I'm talking about fighters that are coming through the ranks. When Joe Louis set that unbelievable record of 25 consecutive world title defenses, there was only a few well-established heavyweights. So whether anyone can break that record, I very much doubt. Let alone Tyson Fury. But that is definitely one of those for the future. So now I think he's just trying to keep his name in the news. Floyd Money Mayweather has been in the news this week, and fuel to the fire that he may indeed face Conor McGregor in a rematch. But under MMA rules, as he has confirmed that he will be applying for an MMA license. Now, I don't know about you, but their first fight, it was one of the fights that the world wanted to see, but purely because it was overhyped, like anything. And come find out, surprise, surprise, Conor McGregor couldn't box. So what makes Floyd Mayweather believe that he's going to be able to do what Conor McGregor couldn't do? Surely they will be better off just sticking to what they both do best. And if you remember, in Floyd's post-match interview at the end of the McGregor fight, he said that he was done with boxing and done with any other form of contact sport. He was quite happy to retire. The only reason he took the fight was to give the fans a show after the disappointing fight he put on against his arch rival Manny Pacquiao. I'm sure this is a story that will develop in the coming weeks and months, and I'll keep you up to date. Okay, the final story this week. $1 Million Collar will be back in the ring next week on the undercard of Joshua Parker. I'm not sure who his opponent's going to be, but like I said, I will bring you all the latest news on the Joshua Parker fight next week. Right, I think that you guys all caught up with everything going on in the world of boxing. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I will put a link in the description to my blog post on Dillan Whye, and of course this week's fight night preview. There will be a fight night review on my website on Sunday, so keep an eye out for that. You can keep up to date with everything that I'm posting or doing via my social media sites. The links, as always, are in the description. Have a great weekend and a great week, and I will speak to you guys soon. Have a good one.